Recorded this here. Hi, everyone. It's Dana Hammond. We are doing my Colorful Style by Dana Summer Workshop series. This one I am very excited about because it is vacation style packing smarter, not harder, which is one of my very favorite things to talk about. And I'm going to make this bigger. Let's see, present mode. Okay. Can somebody do a thumbs up if you can see this bigger? Like the little reaction thumbs up, hopefully. I don't see anybody reacting, but I'm assuming. Oh, okay. Thank you guys. So today we are going to talk about vacation style packing smarter, not harder. And I thought this background slide looked like somewhere I would like to go. I have no idea where it is, but I thought I that looks pretty awesome. I would like to go there. So before we get started, I guess a little housekeeping. Feel free to ask questions. I do ask that you stay muted while we're going along, unless you have a question, just because sometimes the background noise is like distracting, blah, blah, blah. And feel free to also put whatever in the chat and do the little reacting things, etc. And yeah, any questions, etc., I will feel free or I will be happy to go answer as we go along. Okay. And as always, a goal for these is to show up, look good, and have fun, which we also want to do on our vacations. Okay, raise your hand, either their little emoji or your actual hand if you overpack. Let me look. Okay, and some people don't have their videos on. Feel free to do your little reaction thingy. Okay, so we do have some overpackers in the room. I'm sure some of you have some strategies about packing too. But I didn't put this written out on the slide, but I wanted to read through this because you might think, why is it a bad thing to overpack? And why do we overpack? So many of us think this is like kind of reasons for why we overpack. What if I need it? So you are maybe acting like you're going to be somewhere for 6 months when actually it's only a week. So we need to actually focus on the reality of the situation here. We're packing for every scenario, not just the trip we're actually taking. Two, I hear this a lot, pack all individual outfits instead of pieces that will work together. So instead of, thinking in terms of this piece will match this and this and this, we're like, on Tuesday during the day, I will wear this, and then in the evening, I will wear this, and it's separate for every single day. Shouldn't think about that. That's an overpacking thing. Um, Three, we're second guessing our choices. We throw in just in case items. We don't have a plan and we want options. So, why is it a bad idea sometimes? The number one thing, at least in my life, has been the heavy factor. More weight, more hassle, sometimes baggage fees. So I'm thinking a lot in terms of especially those of you that are going on a city trip, like you're going to UK, you're going to France, you're going to New York City, you're going, etc. City trips or where you're going to a country and you're traveling, especially by train, that certainly you do not want to overpack on. One of my friends, who I don't know if she's joining today or not, but she recently went to the UK and they had everything lined up. They had like great flights, they had good train seats, etc., etc. But you are always at the whim of the travel industry, and their train got stuck somewhere. And then they saw on the board it was like, train canceled, everyone has to get off, then you're going to get back on. In that situation, she had lots of luggage. So she said it was kind of a nightmare because they had to get off. And then it was like a cattle herd, like trying to get back on this other train. You want to not overpack for exact situations like that. You do not want to be in that scenario, especially in the UK and Europe. Like that happens a lot with the trains. Okay. So that personally is my number one. Like you do not want heavier luggage. Number two, you don't want wrinkled clothes. So there's certainly clothing you can get that won't wrinkle, but the more you have shoved into a suitcase, the more likely it could get wrinkled, depending on the material. This is a big one too. You will wear way less than you think. And I'm sorry I had to throw my mom under the bus on this one. She said they just went out to stay at my brother's house for a couple weeks in Portland. And she said, I brought all this stuff. I probably wore half of it. I don't know why I packed so much when I ended up wearing the same thing every day. Yes, you're going to wear way less than you think. And then these two kind of go together. Harder to stay organized, more decision. So I think when I've seen people that do overpack, it is sometimes an indicator for me too that they might have too much in their closet at home in general. So if you are somebody who does overpack, think about that. That can actually be an indicator that not only do I want to pay attention to how I'm packing, but how is my closet also doing? Because it's the same issues. When you have an overfilled suitcase, you have too many options to choose from. You end up having to think about it too much, make all these decisions, etc. Here's another story. I'm just going to keep throwing the stories at you. I went on a business retreat, a beach retreat, and we all were told you're going to take brand photos. And that's awesome. We were so excited. But I had to actually help some of the other ladies who had brought like 20 outfits, and there was a maximum of two. Like, why'd you pack 20 outfit options? You don't need that many. At most, like three is okay. But anyways, they were kind of in their head then about the decision making. Anyway, here is a big one personally. Less room for souvenirs. I am somebody who, when I go to a new place, I always want to check out the local shops in that place and especially the local consignment and thrift stores. So I will always think I'm probably gonna buy clothes on this trip. So make sure in your head you are budgeting that room in your suitcase for the clothes that you will purchase. Okay? For me, that is a big one. And yeah, the last reason is kind of the same. It creates unnecessary stress. So, hopefully, I've convinced you all now to be not overpackers. And I don't want to say underpackers. We're just packers. We're not underpackers. We're not overpackers. We're just packers. Okay? Here we go. Okay, so very, very, very important. I put this on the worksheet, the handout, and actually I'm going to put that in the chat so you all have it too. Um, I'll put it in a minute. Before you pack, you want to ask yourself, where am I going? Obviously. What is the weather? Always do your research before you're going to go. And sometimes you're planning far in advance. So I helped a client when she was planning for a trip in Scandinavia in June, but we were planning ahead of time, so we couldn't necessarily go to the weather app. We did, but we also Googled like and ChatGPT, like what's the weather going to be like in Scandinavia in June? Like what items do I have to make sure that I'm packing, etc. Where are you going? What is the weather at that time of year? Super important. Three, what activities am I doing? If you are going on a hiking trip, you are not going to be packing beachy sandals. You are not going to be packing heels, anything like that. That would be ridiculous. Unless you have one fancy dinner planned, then you bring one pair of dressy heels or dressy shoes. This is an extremely important one too. Will I have laundry access? If you are going for a week, meh, you probably don't need the laundry. If you're going for a couple weeks, like 2, 3, 4, you definitely have to think about the laundry situation because why would you bring 30 outfits if there's laundry access? You can bring enough for 7 to 10 days and then do laundry a couple times. And that this one goes along with that. How many days will you be gone? Okay. And don't worry, I mean, you can write those questions down or screenshot it, but it is also on the handout I'll give you. Okay. Biggest mistake I personally see, packing random clothes instead of thinking about how everything works together. So that is really what we're talking about today is the strategies and tools that you can use when you're thinking about how to pack. Okay. Of course, I have to start with color. So this to me is kind of a foolproof vacation color formula. We want to start with neutrals. So I just have a couple here. We have white, black, and navy. So 2 to 3 neutrals as a foundation. So neutrals are the foundation of your wardrobe, as it should be for your vacation. They pair easily with lots of other colors and make mixing and matching simple. So black, brown, navy, white, cream, gray. I would also put denim in this category. Denim is a material, but technically also a color. So that is a neutral as well. Khaki, tan, olive, etc. Then you are adding in 2 to 3 accent colors. So here's my examples here. So these are personal examples. Will these colors work for everyone? No. If you haven't had a color analysis yet, let's talk because you should know which are best. But for me personally, as a winter, hot pink, red, and this is a cobalt blue. So accent colors add personality, interest, and color to your outfits. So corals to go on, red, blue, teal, mustard yellow. I mean, the world is your oyster, especially if you've had a color analysis and you know your best accent colors. Okay, let me just check if I have any questions right now in the chat really quickly. Oh, no, okay. Nope, 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 go back. So this is another thing, another strategy that we want to think about. So we've nailed down the colors that we're going for. We also want to think in terms of what the item is. Is it a basic or is it what I'm calling a personality piece? So starting with basic pieces like jeans, neutral tops as in a navy tank top, a black tank top, a white tank top. Bottoms could be jeans, could be black pants, could be khakis, etc. Chambray shirts, that is a fave, one of mine. Chambray shirts, if you don't know, they're those kind of softer cotton denim colored button down shirts, and they look so great in the summer over a tank top, white tank tops, etc. Two, so personality pieces, print dresses, scarves, statement pieces, and bright purse, bright shoes. I see people packing too many personality pieces and not enough basics. So make sure you're doing about 75% basics, 25% personality pieces, because the basics are very mix and matchable, but you can't necessarily mix and match two wildly different scarves, okay? I love scarves and they are a great vacation bring along, and I love accessories, but also you're not going to wear two crazy big statement necklaces on the same day, unless that's your style. Okay. So another tool to think about when you're packing, and I have a little, it's not a demo, but it's a guideline for you on this one. So 3-2-1 capsule formula. It can also be used in your wardrobe to create a number of different outfit combinations in your closet, in your own wardrobe, but especially when you're packing, it is awesome to do this. So this is for every 3 tops, you have 2 bottoms, you have 1 layer piece. So either 1 top per day or 1 top for every other day. So let me talk about that too, and then I'll keep explaining about the capsule wardrobe. This, I would say, is a little like a personal thing. Somebody like me, like I rewear jeans a lot. I will rewear jeans, jean shorts, skirts, any bottoms until they stink. I know that's like hitting real, but I have been on backpacking trips and I am like a firm believer in it's not really super dirty unless it stinks. And if you have gone backpacking in your 20s, you will understand what I'm talking about. Not everybody is going to feel this way. Obviously, it's all your comfort level, but some items are still clean after you wear them once. You don't have to be afraid of the rewear. However, if you are somebody like me who sweats a lot up top and like the underarms get stinky, then tops you will certainly need more for, and think about a new top every day. Anyways, some people are in different boats. Like maybe your clothes never stink, or maybe you're like, oh, I get too sweaty on my butt. I have to rewear these. So it's a little personal for everyone. So then with the 3, 2, 1, you can multiply to figure out how many of each you need. So if you're gone 30 days, you can do 10 tops, provided that you are going to be doing laundry. If you are gone for 30 days and you don't have access to laundry, what I will say, because I've done this, they make little packets where you can wash things by hand in a sink. I will have to send you guys the link because I forgot to grab that link. But if you are in that situation, certainly I would not suggest bringing 30 tops. That would be so much to pack. But really, you want to have some sort of laundry option in that scenario. Okay, but getting back to the 3, 2, 1 capsule. 3, 2, 1 in action. This, I just have, oh, this one's not showing up. Can you guys see this or no? It's a chambray shirt. Dang. Okay. Maybe if I make it small. Let's see. Sometimes the photos don't show up. All right, maybe I can't. Well, imagine that there is a chambray shirt right here. Like I said, it's a denim colored button down. And we have 3 different tanks. We have jean shorts, black denim jean shorts, and we have a denim skirt. Then you should have seen chambray shirts behind these. But you can see here are 3 outfits for you. And guess what? Another 3 would be covering it up with the denim shirt, the chambray shirt. So we're at 6. And then here is another 3. This is without the chambray shirts. And then imagine in your heads, because you can't see the chambray shirt, you have 3 more outfits with that denim chambray shirt here. So total, we have 12 outfits, even though we started with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces. Okay? So you may think, or may have thought before now, oh, I only have these 3 because it's 3 different tops. You only have 3 outfits. No, no. You actually have 12 outfits when you consider those 3 tank tops, the 2 bottoms, the 1 layer piece. Oh, okay. Before I go to shoes, I'm going to stop. Does anybody have questions about anything I said so far? And if you're getting any value out of this, please tell me that too. Or if you're like, I already knew all this, Dana, tell me later. Oh, that is okay, Rach. Okay, I'm also going to see if I can, what is this? Oh, exit full screen. Oh, thank you. Okay. Thank you, Deb. Okay, I had to make that a little bit smaller because I'm just going to put the handout link in the chat. Oh, thank you, Tara. Oh, thank you, Lourdes. You guys are so nice. Okay. Here's the handout. Oh, yes. Meg, that is a great question. What if you are going somewhere where the weather is forecasted to change semi-drastically? Always be prepared for that. So I will say when I've been unprepared, it's been that I thought it was going to be warmer than it actually was. So I am always on the side of I mean, we're in the summer right now. You're traveling in the summer, but rain gear. So if it's rain expected, you definitely want to have a raincoat or a windbreaker, something with a hood or a poncho. And you want to have an umbrella, obviously. If you're going to the UK in May, do not just pack shorts and a very light jacket. You will need you will need extra warmth. So Europe in the spring and even like May, June, like that is unpredictable. You always want to have maybe a bulky scarf with you just in case. You may not need it, but just in case. So Meg, I would say bring some warm a warm layer or two if it's a cold weather thing, or if it's rain, you know, coat, umbrella, you're good. Does anybody else have questions? But thank you guys. That was really nice. Okay, so now let's go to, I'm gonna make this big again, I think, since I put that in there. Okay. I see this problem often too, people that are overpacking their shoes. A friend of mine actually was like, I couldn't decide which dressy heels to wear, so I just packed them all. And I was thinking, you are not going to wear all of those. And I actually have to ask her now because she just got back. So I'm curious if she wore all of those dressy heels. My guess is no. What are your essential three shoes? Obviously, it depends on what kind of vacation you are on. That should say on, not oh. For me, it's always walking shoes or comfy tennis shoes. No matter what, you need some comfy walking shoes. And when I'm talking walking shoes, I mean, it could be anything, but I usually pick something along the lines of this, where it's like a fun statement piecey. Like I have hot pink tennis shoes I like. I have leopard tennis shoes I like. So it is adding a little bit of fun, but also extremely comfortable. Two, if you're going to a beach resort, if you're going to somewhere with a pool, if you're going to the ocean, obviously you need sandals to wear. So beach sandals, etc. And same if you're going on a cruise that has a pool, I really like Birkenstocks. I don't know what these are. This is just a random thing from Canva, but they look Birkenstocks. Love leather ones, love the plasticky ones. They are awesome. Three, dressier option. I only bring one dressier option or heels. Actually, I don't even think I ever bring heels with me. I usually bring like ballet flats or just dressier flats. You want a color that will go with all of the dresses and all of the dressier options that you brought. You do not want a bunch of heels with you. You will not need them, I promise. If anybody goes away from this and goes on vacation and takes more than one pair of dressy heels and says to me, I did actually need them, please tell me because I've never seen it happen. If you are an exercise fanatic, bring your running shoes, etc. Hot tip, wear your bulkiest and heaviest shoes on the plane. So if you're going on a hiking expedition, definitely wear your hiking boots on. Even if it feels a little bit weird, when you're sitting on the plane, you can take them off and put your little slippers on. But those are pretty heavy if you're thinking of like those chunky Sorels and Merrells, like those, I would certainly wear on the plane, okay? If you're taking a plane. Okay, bags. So I have very strong feelings about this as well, especially when you are doing city trips. So London, New York, Paris, etc. I love a light backpack for city walking. And by that, I mean one that also, I'm going to stand up and show you if you can see me. A light backpack with kind of padded shoulders, and it has a connector right here, and it has a connector right here. Cross-body bags and totes, if you are walking in a city for hours on end, they will hurt. They will hurt your shoulders. I know that they look cute, but I've been in the situation. It's not fun when your shoulder is in pain and you're carrying too much stuff. And it's likely you will be adding some bags like that also. If you go around New York City in the summer and you look at the European women, they will be wearing backpacks. I guarantee it. They're not big, bulky, fifth grade backpacks. They're cute. They're leather. Those ones might not have this little thing, but a light backpack, it will do wonders. And get it in a great accent color. I have a red one and I have a blue one that will match and mix with all your outfits. Okay. If you're at a beachy or resort holiday, definitely a beach tote is necessary that will fit your sunscreen, your cover ups, your towels, your water bottles, your sunscreen, blah, 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 blah. Definitely beach tote. And of course, we do need the dressier option if you're going somewhere where you're going to go out to dinner, etc. You don't want to bring your beach tote and you don't want to bring your light backpack. Bring a cute little clutch purse, but you don't need more than one of those. One will suffice. And I've been in the situation where I forgot one and then I just brought my wallet because I have a wallet like this big. That looks better than bringing my backpack. That would look ridiculous. Okay. All right. This is where I would say I have underpacked and regretted it. So, extra socks and underwear. My mom knows this well because when I overpack, it's because, or underpack, it's because I forgot one of these. So, and I have actually ended up buying socks and underwear on vacation because I ran out. And especially if you're somebody who's going swimming or taking a bath at night, like I like to at a hotel, if they have a bathtub, take a bath. So you need to plan for the extra underwear. Always bring extra underwear and socks, and they are small, and you could put them in your shoes so they do not take up much room, but you will be very sad if you run out of them. And I never rewear underwear or socks, even though I rewear pants all the time. Never rewear underwear or socks. Two swimsuits I highly recommend because if you went swimming, but now your bathing suit is still wet from the day before and you went in the ocean and it's kind of got that oceany smell, what are you gonna wear? You need another bathing suit. Workout gear, if you are working out, bring that stuff. Hat in the summertime, certainly. Sunglasses in the summertime or any time of year, certainly. PJs. Okay, so I recommend PJs that have pants, not shorts, not a nightgown, because especially in Airbnbs, the temperature control is always all over the place. And I've hated, and I've actually bought this on vacation too, when I don't have PJs that have pants because my calves get cold. And then I'm like so annoyed. So then I have gone out and bought sweatpants just because I forgot that. Okay. And Meg asked this question very smartly earlier, light sweater or coat, especially springtime in Europe, because I speak from experience, you will be colder some days unless they have a heat wave. And if it's a rainy, possible situation, think of the wet weather umbrella, that's an umbrella, and a hood situation, waterproof coat. Okay. What to leave at home? I mean, we kind of talked about this already, but too many outfits, too many just in case outfits, new shoes, especially dressy new shoes, not a good idea. Clothes you don't love, obviously. Five black tops. I mean, I know I said you're basing your wardrobe around neutrals, but you don't need five of the same color. I have brought two or three black tank tops. No, actually, I've never bought three. Brought three. Two. I would say two of the same color and the same type of item at most. You don't really need or want because then you're not even making new styles of outfits. It's just kind of the same exact outfit repeated, unless you want to do that. Okay. Yeah, new shoes is a big one too. Oh, and this is very fun. So, of course, I have to add some. Oh, and my little thing didn't show up there either. I don't know why it does that. So, some multitaskers that I would certainly recommend bringing with you. These are all by Color Me Beautiful. Daily Defense Moisturizer. So, you do need sunscreen, especially right now when you're traveling. This one also has skin benefits. It has great ingredients. I think it has hyaluronic acid, niacinamide, etc. So, your sunscreen for your face is not going to be the same one you put on the body. The body ones, they are usually greasier, and on your face, you do not want that same grease. So this one, super light, does not have that greasy feel. And yeah, make sure you're doing different ones. So a body one, body specific one, a face specific one. Okay. And this picture should have been my favorite vacation bring along, which is called One Step, which is a makeup remover and toner. This one always comes with me because I always am removing the makeup first. Then I wash my face, but then I always use toner. So this does two functions, and I love that. Cream blush is kind of my new fave. Oh, I didn't bring it down here, but cream blush, you can use it for cheeks and you can use it for lips. So it is awesome. Lip lift, love it, especially for summer. If you don't want to wear a bright lipstick, this has some lovely tint options and it also has SPF and lip care. So sorry, this picture didn't come out. Okay. And we're almost at the end because guess what? For all you lovely people who are on here right now, and anybody who watches the replay quickly within the next couple days, they are able to sign up for something I've never done before, which is a vacation style session. It's 45 minutes one-on-one. And today only, it is $97 and you must purchase it this weekend, but you can use it anytime for a whole year. Okay. So it's not like we're going to talk today. It's like I have a trip in October. I have this purchased. We can meet anytime before October. Okay. So, anyways, at this session, we will talk about what exactly you're going to pack, what to leave at home. We will create multiple outfits for from a few versatile pieces. We will identify any gaps that you want to bring in this travel wardrobe, and I'll recommend additions. And of course, I will answer all your travel style questions. So, just to compare to, I usually only do a travel capsule wardrobe with established clients, and it's $500, it's in person, and it's about 3 hours. This is another option if you want to do that, but this is a super special. So, anyways, it's in the handout, but we can also talk more if you have questions about it. Okay. And again, show up, look good, have fun. And now I would love some questions. Oh, I have a thank you slide, but I'm going to stop my share and ask for questions. Oh, okay. Da-da-da-da. Let's make this big. Is it big? Okay. Yay! Okay. Now let me look at the chat. All right. Do-do-do-do. Okay, I'm going back a little bit. Deb said, thank goodness we stopped taking care of shoes at airport. Shoes off. Yes, agreed. Um, oh, they will make you remove boots in security. Did they? I think, okay, maybe it was tennis shoes I was wearing. That's good to know. So wear your bulkiest tennis shoes, but maybe not your hiking boots, I guess. Laura says, since switching to wool socks, I can rewear them. Oh, that's a good tip. Wool socks don't get stinky. Okay, I do have wool socks. My only problem with those is that my feet sweat so much in them. So for summer, like I can't do it. Rachel said, always bring too many swimsuits and dressy heels. Yes, a common problem. Deb said, love the cream blush and sunscreen. So good. Rachel said, love lip lift. Use it every day in the summer. Agreed. Deb, yes, I will. Let me go back to that, okay? Scarves and jewelry. Some type of hat. I think I said that. Um, oh, Carla, great question. Okay. She said, I have help or I have trouble packing for my 6-year-old. Okay. So let me go back and talk about the scarves and jewelry. So these would be considered your personality pieces. And back on that slide. So I'm thinking in terms of basics, we want to do, and basics are your bags, your shoes, your bottoms, your top layer, and your tank tops, whatever, that are in the basic colors. But to that, the 25% is going to be printed scarves, printed tops, any kind of accessories like jewelry, necklaces, statement pieces that are great to bring in, like statement necklaces are going to add a lot to a black tank top, obviously, or a little black dress. So yes, scarves and jewelry I just wouldn't bring so many. I always bring scarves along that I do not wear. However, they're lightweight. They're easy to pack. If you're going to overpack something, overpack scarves and jewelry, not dress shoes. Okay? Um, All right, let me go back to the 6-year-old. Yes, this could be a whole other Zoom, honestly, Carla, because for me, easiest thing for them, I do for kids, especially 6-year-old, because I have a 5 and an 8. I do pack bottom and a top for every day, with the laundry factor considered too. But kids spill, especially my kids spill. But I do not worry about all the fancy mixing and matching, and my kids dress themselves. As long as their clothes can kind of match each other, I let them dress themselves. And we don't go crazy on shoes. I let them do tennis shoes. I let them do the pool or the beach shoes. And then maybe one other pair just to make sure I'm not going crazy about the shoes. They will bring a hat. They will bring sunglasses, even though sometimes it's me packing, they don't love that. They don't love that. For them too, two bathing suits because of the same thing. Like we need one as the backup. And I usually, for them, Carla, I write a list. I do for myself too, but I'm better, like I can do myself pretty quickly. For them, I'm like, okay, I'm not going to forget this. I'm not going to forget this. So, does that help, Carla? I'm just wondering. Um,
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much.
yeah. Um, And I know, so I hope you don't mind me mentioning this, Carla. I knew Carla is, I'm sure, a great expert at packing for herself because she is a flight attendant. So I know that flight attendants are packing constantly and they always like have their little wheelie bags and very efficient. So, and she's thumbs upping me, so I know she is in agreement. Scarves, yes. Scarves are great to have not only for style, but if it gets chilly. And yes, easy to tie on your bag if you're not wearing. Yes, excellent idea, Melissa. And so, on that note, what I've seen a lot too is not just the neck, but I've seen it a lot in the hair. So, it's kind of like a very boho look to have a silk scarf over the hair like this. And I have also seen it and done this one where you put it around your waist. So, it's almost you're having this triangle and you're putting it around the waist. So, the triangle is coming right here. But again, I would probably only do like very lightweight scarves and silk scarves you're not going to do with like a heavy scarf or a super big scarf. But if you have one of the typical silk scarves that are like that Hermes style where I think they're like a foot by a foot and they're square, then you can fold them in two so you have the little triangle and then do it that way on your waist. Okay. Oh, Laura, that's such a good question. And I would welcome anybody's recommendations on this too, because I am a baseball cap person and I always default to baseball caps. But if anybody has an idea of a packable sun hat with good coverage that is not a baseball cap, I would certainly love to hear that too. Um, Deb, I would love to know about, oops. Yes, I agree. So anybody that has intel on a hat that is not a baseball cap, but it's really good for sun protection. And I agree because I have bought certainly a lot of straw hats for the pool and stuff, but those do not pack well. And I have bought a lot of bucket hats, but bucket hats, I feel like I honestly don't know who looks good in those. They look terrible on me and my face shape. Oh, Meg has one. Let me see if I can pull it up and we can check it out. Oh, no, it won't work. Okay. But Meg has one for everybody that's curious. That looks like a cool option. I'm still not certain it's going to look good on my head, but I'm sure it's going to look great on one of yours. Um, okay. Any other questions from anyone? And we're almost right on time. So it's 10:43. Oh, the Tilly hat and it flattens. Oh, okay. Have to look that one up too. All right. So next month, it's August 10th. I am having the last of the summer series workshops, and it's going to be called or is called Back to School Browse. And I called it that because I did have this same workshop a couple years ago and I called it Back to School Brows, but it's very fun. So a lot of my clients ask about brows when we are at the color analysis, and it's almost as much of a topic of questions and conversation as hair color is because brows are so, so important. I mean, and I think we all know how important they are, but we don't always know what to do. So I have lots of clients who do brow tattoos. I have lots who use mascaras. I have lots who use brow liners. And we're going to talk about all of that and some good strategies, no matter where you are in your brow journey. I will talk about my personal brow journey, and you can ask whatever questions you want. So if you have not signed up for that yet, make sure you do. It will be fun. And then I will also be doing a fall series, and I have the ideas in mind and I have the dates, but I haven't released them yet. So you will be able to see that soon when I send an email. And if anybody's not getting the emails about the workshops, let me know. I think it's all good. And I'll email all of you after this and I'll send the handout and everything. And if you have more questions, feel free. I'm happy to stay on a couple minutes longer if anybody has like one-on-one questions, but that's it for now. Thank you guys so much for coming. I hope you all got some packing strategies and you're expert packers now. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Oh, you too. All right, I'm going to stop the recording.